Greetings, historians, and welcome back. I'm Drew, and this is House of Ideas Historian. Oh my lord, did you see the new Black Widow trailer? So much we can talk about, and so much that I am so excited about. There's one character that I'm sure you've probably figured out based on the title of this video that I am the most excited about. It's Taskmaster. I love Taskmaster. So let's talk about him. Now, before we get too far into this, be sure you've watched the Black Widow trailer so far. I'm talking specifically the third one that was dropped on March 9th. Go ahead and take this opportunity to do so. Alright, you ready? Now let's talk. I'm going to take our time today to talk about this new mysterious addition to the MCU's Rogue Gallery. Who is he? And what are his powers? What do you need to know to prepare yourself for his silver screen debut? First off, I'm going to say that I'm a huge Taskmaster fan. One of the very first single issue comics that I ever bought was his first full appearance in Avengers 196. The book hangs on my wall to this day. This guy looks cool. His first comic cover is beautiful. The crisp green background and the shrouded visage of a skull. This guy really stands out. George Perez is one of the best Avengers artists, and this cover really shows you why. Now, there's more than just the cool shroud in his cape. I find his character truly unique and interesting. So let's get into that a little bit. Taskmaster in the comics has what they call photo reflexes. All he needs to do is watch somebody do anything athletic, and then he'll be able to mimic those abilities. In essence, if he watches someone fight, he can fight like them, and then he retains those abilities. Knowing this, go back and watch the trailer again. They do such a good job of showcasing this ability. Just on a quick inspection, you see him mimicking Black Widow, Hawkeye, Black Panther, and even the Star-Spangled Man with a Plan himself, Captain America. He has a very unique skill set that would make him quite a threat, but it's how he applies those skills that make him truly one of a kind. The Taskmaster has a long history with the Avengers. He first appeared in the final panel of Avengers 195, but it wouldn't be for another month in Avengers 196 where we really got to see his first full appearance. Tony Master learned of his abilities at a young age. As he grew, he realized that his abilities could be the key to wealth. After watching villains time and time again rise and then fall, he figured that there had to be a different path. Villains are always eventually defeated, and there was always someone else just to take their place. Taskmaster decided to forge his destiny a different way. He trained. He took his ability to mimic any fighting style and applied those skills as an instructor of henchmen. In the world of heroes and villains, there's always a need for henchmen and lackeys. That's where he came in. He trained the henchmen for AIM and Hydra and whatever villain was at large at the time, the whole while gaining just enough wealth to be comfortable while avoiding the spotlight. A few of his students even made it big in the villain game. Take a look at Crossbones. As all things do, he eventually evolved. In later books, he was hired by the US government to train US operatives, like US Agent John Walker. During the 50 States Initiative, he had a role as an instructor at the Initiative Training Camp, Camp Hammond. It's hard to truly tell if he was evil or not. Every time we saw him, he had adapted the philosophy of whoever had hired him. A true mercenary to the core. If you would like to prepare yourself for the theatrical debut, you might want to check out a couple of these books. First, let me show you something pretty cool. In Marvel Unlimited, you can search for just about anything. Now, let's take a look at this real quick. I can narrow my search to just characters and then see what books actually have Taskmaster in them. Pretty cool. But if Marvel Unlimited is not your thing, I do have a couple suggestions. First, and hands down, it's going to be reading Avengers 195 and 196. As you probably know by now, I love the roots of a character, so I'm always going to tell you, let's go back to the beginning and read their start. Now, he also has 2 limited solo runs that are collected conveniently in the trade Taskmaster Unthinkable. If you're interested in reading in his 50 States initiative, you're going to want to pick up Avengers Initiative Dreams and Nightmare. I will say you probably should just go ahead and read the entire Avengers Initiative line. It was really cool, it was pretty unique, but we only need this one to get the idea for Taskmaster. Now I do have one last plug, and I wasn't even sure I was going to put this in here, but I couldn't help myself because this is one of my favorite lines. June of 2010 brought us one of the best at the time Avengers lines because it was so fun and so unique. That's Avengers Academy. I love this line so much. In a nutshell, the Avengers pick up a select few superpowered at-risk youth. This is directly following Norman Osborn's extent as director of Hammer. Hammer is what he renamed S.H.I.E.L.D. He was kind of ruler over the world. Osborn found these kids and started them on a potentially dark path. The Avengers were able to take back power after the events of the Siege storyline. Hank Pym took these kids under his wing at the Avengers Academy to help teach them responsible superpower use. Among the cast of amazing original characters, there's one gal that has something pretty familiar. Her name is Finesse. She possesses one of, if not the only other documented cases of photographic reflexes. Now, they tease later on that maybe she's the daughter of Taskmaster, maybe there's a different connection, but they leave it up to interpretation. I like to say that she is. But how about you guys read and let me know what you think? Safe to say, I am just ecstatic about Taskmaster being in this movie. I love him. I've been reading him for years. I have his pop. I have his freaking comic on my wall. I've been thinking about cosplaying as him. It's a whole thing. I'm excited. But as always, I want to hear what you guys think. Also, I just want to thank you. Thank you so much for all the comments and the positive feedback I've been receiving. This has been great, and I really, truly appreciate it. But I can't do it without you. So could you please just like my video, hit subscribe for all future content, share with your friends, and as always, Excelsior, true believers. Till next time.